Black Friday. That day that justifies Thanksgiving is one big commercial racket. It only comes once a year, and it preys on your FOMO feelings so hard. You've got the line blurring ever more between this holiday and Cyber Monday, as companies realize as long as they hold the sale once a year, they've got your money. The day when hordes of the masses go out, kind and good human denizens who completely forget themselves and become mindless, green-skinned hordes of Zargon with zero mind points everywhere. But not you, brave hero, you who have stuffed yourself on ale and turkey. You get to stay in the confines and comfort of your own home, while I, Ash of Ashquest, brave the front lines, fighting off the evil that plagues us in a retail sense, and looks for only the most worthy of Black Friday deals for your attention and consideration. As of the time of recording this video, Steam Forged Games has a Black Friday sale up to 80% off that ends in 4 days and 10 hours, and I'm planning on posting this video on Friday, so you'll have more than 3 days to justify whatever purchases you need as you consider tipping your wallet upside down and emptying it of its, well, credit card. Hey, this is post-edit Ash here. I was a day late, and so you've only got 2 days. 2 days and 10 hours. Don't let the FOMO win. Don't let the FOMO win. Okay. Now, a lot of their Black Friday deals are of the nature of buy one, get something, buy two, get one, and that sort of thing. And that really, frankly, doesn't interest me. But if it interests you, you can get a lot of the Animal Adventures source books and get boxes of minis for free. If you want Dark Souls the board game expansions, you can buy 2 of them and get 1 free. If you buy either of the core book or collector's edition of the Dark Souls RPG, you can get the GM screen for free. You can kind of see the nature of the deals and where I'm going with this. For the Dark Souls RPG, buy 1 mini, get 1 free. For Epic Encounters, buy 2, get 1 free. If you buy 1 core game of God tier, you'll get the other one for free. If you want to buy 2 God tier expansions, you'll get 1 free. And if you buy 2 Resident Evil 2 expansions, you can get 1 free. Resident Evil 3, buy either expansion, get the dice pack free. I don't even think these games should have expansions. They were single experience video games. They had some costume DLC, but that's not the same thing. I'm more interested in the slashing of prices. I want the sword to cut through the green skin of money. And thusly, we have price discounts, which are superior in my opinion. Adventures and Academia is 60% off, which is significant. Animal Adventures, Secrets of Gullet Cove, and The Faraway Sea are both 60% off. Devil May Cry is a whopping 70% off. Horizon Zero Dawn, the board game, is 40% off. That's one of the more recent creations by Steam Forged Games. King Hill is 65% off. Resident Evil 3, the board game, is 40% off. Peaky Blinders, which I didn't even know had a card game, is 80% off. And Pac-Man, the card game, is 60% off. That's one of the most ridiculous ideas I've ever heard. How do you play? There are a few SFG exclusives and mixed offers as well that you can check out, but the thing I really wanted to draw attention to here on this page is Bard Sung, which is up to 75% off. Now, what they mean by that is the core game is 75% off. The expansions are 40% off, and there are a few expansions to go over. We'll visit that in just a second, but before I do, Dark Souls the card game is 50% off, which makes it $24.99, and Dark Souls the board game, The Painted World of Ariamis and the Tomb of Giants are 40% off if you've got the core game and you want to experience these. I believe they're expansions. There might be some rule sets that allow you to play them separately. I don't have Dark Souls. I haven't played it yet. Bard Sung is the one I wanted to call attention to, though. If you're in the Discord, you know that I fell for this hook, line, and sinker. Bard Sung is $200 USD retail price. Now, there's no way that I would ever consider buying it for that price because, to me, it's just another dungeon crawler in a sea of independent dungeon crawlers. However modern and contemporary it may look and feel, and however nice the art is, I really have to love the IP in order to commit to spending that amount. And there was a sale kind of recently that dropped it down to half price. It was $100 USD, and I fought and wrestled and I researched and I watched videos left and right, only to finally find justification in not buying it. But with this $200 game being only $50, I couldn't not buy it this time. Now, whatever you buy on Steam Forged Games, you'll get a flat $20 shipping rate if it's shipping to the US. I don't know about international stuff or UK. I know that Steam Forged is based in the UK, so certainly they must have distributors there. but I can't answer how much shipping will cost anywhere else. The expansion, Bard Sung Fables, retails for $89.99 USD. It is $53.99, and it is something that I would definitely consider getting if I do like Bard Sung, because this expansion adds 8 new heroes. And keep in mind, these are direct exclusives, so they're only here at the Steam Forged shopping page or on eBay, which I don't recommend going to eBay to buy any of this stuff. The other expansions are here as well, although I really struggle to call them expansions. You've got the upper levels, which is really just a furniture pack, the Distant Depths, which is just a furniture pack. It replaces tokens with 3D furniture. It might be worth it for you. I can't forget about Bard Sung The Lost Levels. This is $53.99 as well. So for about less than the price of the core game at retail, you can get Bard Sung and The Lost Levels and Fables, and you'll only have to pay about $160 before shipping. It's still, after shipping, less than the core game would be, especially when you apply shipping to the core game. So that was kind of easy mode. The real challenge is to get on Amazon and try to remember all of the different properties that you're interested in, all of the different games and what you want to buy. And of course, for a lot of this, that's going to be Hero Quest. And the Old Inn Facebook group members have been sharing posts of different Black Friday deals that they've encountered in the wild, and either because of time limits or supply, I've missed them. I haven't seen the same prices. And so, a disclaimer, although I am showing you here that there is a Black Friday deal for the Rogue Heir of Elethorn, they are $11.49 USD, free shipping if you have Amazon Prime. That might not be available when you check it out, but this has been for a couple of days for me alone, so I think that it will be. Now, I don't know about Black Friday deals. It seems to be the only one that's Hero Quest related, but there are a few prices here that have been kind of slashed, like the Frozen Horror is down to $29.98 here. That might be normal now, but it does still say the list price is $44.99. It's just not a Black Friday deal. I've also noticed that there are a few listings for Hero Quest because they come from different places. The UK import listing for Hero Quest is $80.01 USD. It's 23% off. So if you wanted to justify buying a second or third or however many copies you already have of this game, for the minis or the furniture or for the board or for cards, you can do that. It will come from the UK, but there's free international shipping. Bloodborne, the card game, the Hunter's Nightmare expansion, is 30% off, making it $17.49. There does not seem to be a similar deal for the core card game or the board game. A search for Fantasy Flight Games on Amazon reveals that their line of Arkham Horror, the card game, and the Lord of the Rings card games, core sets, and all expansions are slashed. For example, the card game revised core set for Arkham Horror is $37.99 USD, marked down from $59.95, and the Lord of the Rings card game revised core set is $41.99, marked down from $59.99. I thought this was worth mentioning. Nemesis Lockdown, which is a standalone sequel board game to the original Nemesis sci-fi horror adventure board game, has been slashed. It is 45% off, making it $104.99. Normally $190. I am pretty disappointed. I looked up Dungeons and Dragons and I don't see any of their actual game content participating in Black Friday. It's all just merchandise and stuff that's using the Dungeons and Dragons keywords in order to get hits from people searching for D&D. Massive opportunity wasted, but if you do search for D&D, there are some really cool metal dice and dice towers and things like that that are marked down. They're just third party, which honestly, in the end, does that really matter? I recommend searching Amazon also for Gloomhaven. The actual board game does not seem to be participating in Black Friday, but there are a lot of satellite products and a couple of strangely related results Amazon thinks that are pretty good games that are slashed also for Black Friday. Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu is $28.49, 43% off. Mysterium, which is a really interesting game to play, I gotta say, is 37% off, making it $34.49 USD. Because it really just comes with beautifully illustrated cards, you could consider using these cards for some kind of seance-based expansion pack with Hero Quest. This isn't a Mysterium video, but I do recommend checking this game out. It is really interesting. Definitely a different board game. There's also a lot of character dashboard things on here for use with Gloomhaven. The laser cut wood with card holders and dials. These you might actually be able to get some use out of in other games. At the very least, it could inspire you to get ideas. And if not buying them, then just looking at them on the Amazon page. If you have Gloomhaven, there are a ton of organizers here as well that are, for some reason, participating in Black Friday, so they're marked down, and who can complain about that? It would be quite remiss of me not to mention that Noble Knight Games is having a massive Black Friday sale as well, but Noble Knight dabbles in pretty much every single square centimeter of the tabletop, dungeon crawling, and RPG gaming experience, so you'll just need to go to their site and explore, because there is way much more here than I can cover in the scope of this video. But we'll try anyway. At the very top of your browser, just click Holiday Sale on Now. You'll be brought to this page and you can click your chosen Venom. Let's go to board games. You can narrow this down by publisher, price, product line, availability, condition. I'll just click one deck dungeon. Hey, I didn't know about this. This is cool. I'm discovering a new game as I make a video. Look, we've got character classes. I know nothing about this, but I actually really want to know about this. Players 1 to 2? This is awesome. What is one deck dungeon? Okay, but point being, we've got 3 different listings here, different conditions. The MSRP is $25 USD. They've got a sale price of $15.30. And this is not necessarily something that may end with Black Friday. Noble Knight always has a ton of really great deals going on. It's just a matter of whether the game you're looking for or the product you're looking for is in stock. So check here frequently. And no, I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm just a huge fan of Noble Knight. I know some of you live within driving distance of Noble Knight, and I am quite envious. We're gonna have to schedule a Noble Knight raid meetup one day. And with that, brave heroes, that's about all the time I have to search for deals today. They're really hit and miss, I have to say. This year, they're very strange. There are some very bizarre deals that have gone up. But I would like to ask you, what are some scores that you have found? What are some deals that you've been able to take advantage of? Where did you find them? Sound off in the comments below. I'm sure other people would appreciate seeing that as well. You might make somebody's day by pointing them in the direction of something that's really cheap only right now. Thank you very much for watching. Comment anything else you'd like down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a great rest of your day, and bye for now.